Rashad, I'll start with you. Should Embiid shut it down for the season or try to make a comeback for the playoff? Let's say best case scenario, he's out 4 to 8 weeks, looking to come back some point late March, early April.
If he can come back, more power to him, but I think everyone knows that this is something that he should take into consideration for long term. So shut it down. Wait for next year. You know what I'm saying? You had a good run, good year. And I think, piggybacking on what Charles Barkley was saying, it's like sometimes you have injuries. I'm saying the 65 game is a new rule they put in, and then you got injured past the threshold of that number. It's unfortunate because if that number is not there and you still got injured for a certain period of time, it's going to be unfair for the guy who didn't get injured and that's putting up equal numbers or whatever. It's like, oh, just because you hurt and you put up these numbers up until this point don't mean you automatically win the MVP.
Yeah.
So it's like for a guy like Shea or a guy like Ant or a guy like Brunson, any of these guys that's like trying to put up numbers, not necessarily trying to win an MVP, but they're just hooping and they're not injured.
Yeah.
So it's like this dude get injured, he's out 25 games. It's like you don't just give it to him just cause.
I mean, and they don't really have a chance to really win it. So I mean, I would just get my body right, be healthy. Everybody know what he can do. So I mean, it's not like they're favorites to win it all. So
right.
It's kind of like.
It would just be for the MVP if he did.
No, he can't win an MVP. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over, so there's no point in coming back, right? I mean, I don't care if... You got to think about it as a player, right? We heard him say he didn't want to win an MVP. Obviously, words in the media is different, right? We're going to say everything politically correct. His actions said otherwise. His actions said, shit, the time's ticking down. I gotta collect these games, right? Because you put a number on it, it's an accolade, right? Mm-hmm. It's an incentive, right? And once incentives come into play, men are selfish. People are selfish, right?
Facts.
This has nothing about team anymore. Because if I was hurt and I'm lingering, why am I coming back now anyway? The only reason I'm coming back is because the incentive you just put in, right? Before, I would have got healthy enough to play for the team and then move forward. So with you, in a sense, forcing me to sit here and think about team or self, I'm going to think self every single time. Because it's self now. It's self of the MVP, the scoring champ, and first team, right? That is 3 entities that it is hard to get all together in one. Right. So therefore, fuck the team, it's about me. Mm-hmm. So now that I can't get it, do you think that I'm gonna get healthy then come back for us to win the championship? You think I'm gonna be happy that these other people is gonna win awards I earned? Losing the extra weight, getting in shape, everything I did, and I played 61 games. Because 61 games with what I was doing, that is the MVP still.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right? But now I can't win it, and Joker or Shea's gonna get it. First team is gonna go to Joker. The scoring title is gonna go to Shea now or whoever. Jokic now. Luka. So all my awards is about to go to foreign player in a sense, right? But it's gonna go to someone other than me. And I'm supposed to come in the playoffs and think about team success. Get the fuck out.
And we still might fall short as a team. So I fight all the way back to just fall short. But this is going back to somebody made some kind of cryptic little tweet that's saying, all you podcasters, all of you.
You talking about?
No, I'm just
LeBron James.
I'm just saying. Fair. I told you I'm not gonna be a hater no more. But this man out here putting it on the line, and y'all ain't got nothing to say, and now he's really hurt. But that's exactly what you just said. Like, hey man, if you out here and you are hurt and you're playing hurt, and it can contribute to your overall injury because you're trying to hit this mark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's like, what the fuck?
No. But in a sense, Braun was right. Because whose fault is this? And when I say whose fault is this, think about where this started from originally. Who started player management?
The Pop.
Say that again?
Popovich.
Is he a player?
No.
No. Right, he's a coach. And what other position does he have?
The front office.
Front office. So he gets to make the decision. When you come to the game and he's mad at the NBA because the NBA cheated him or something, he felt he got cheated. And no. You go home. We're going to send a private jet. Fuck the TNT, fuck them. If they wanted this, they could have put us in the finals, but they didn't. So you guys go home. Every time we on TV, we're going to send you home.
I remember that.
That's not the players deciding to do that. That's him and the coaches. So what ends up happening is you're seeing the success of him resting his players. So monkey see, monkey do in the NBA. So the other coaches and the other general managers, upper management, decide they're going to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
How many players have you seen when we played decided to come into the game and say, yeah, I'm not going to play, I'm going to rest. I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt. You don't know. We want to compete. We want to do the things like I can get buckets against him or I can. That's what we do as players. We're hurt all year long.
Yes.
And we're playing through it.
Yes.
But if this was a real thing and players didn't want to play, we would have been called. Have you heard any coach say this? Well, I didn't know why he didn't play today. I thought he was playing. I had him in a rotation, and he just decided he ain't going to play today. Not never.
And the one thing we do when we out there is if we show up and we like, man, you have all day to try to figure out, can I go today? Mm-hmm. So you get there and they ask you, how you feeling, big fella?
Shoot around.
How you feeling? Yeah, shoot around. How you feeling, man? I'm gonna try to make it. I'm about 75. Mm-hmm. At 75 is my 75 is other people's 200. Mm-hmm. So I'm good at my set. I'm gonna try to go. Now you go out there right before the game and you try to make them cuss and you're like,
so
just not feeling it.
Understand what LeBron's saying and not to try and defend the media or anybody's reactions, but Embiid cooks Joker in Philly. 11 days later, they play back in Denver. I think he's out 15 minutes for the game. So
now, okay, so
but reports where he couldn't jump. Mike Malone, I think, was critical at that moment. There was a huge backlash.
But I'm not worrying about Mike Malone. Mike Malone is talking out of his ass anyway because he's talking on both sides of the field. He's talking he didn't play, and then you say, well, we seen him get hurt. So you out anyway with your contradiction. The problem is he had a shoot around, right? He went pregame. So that means they decided to shut him down. The player is not going in there shutting himself down. That's what the media is pushing. That's what LeBron is saying. So LeBron is saying that you guys are pushing the 65-game rule in, which means now, me as the individual, when you try to sit me and say, we're going to rest you, I'm going to overexceed it now. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I can feel better. Woo, I feel better.
You can also override it.
Why would I want to?
But you can.
Why would I want to?
I know what you're saying.
But you see what I'm saying?
I'm saying, like, if Joel know he can't go, he not gonna go. I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna risk it.
Yeah.
Not gonna risk it.
Yeah, but
if I can, like that's what LeBron is saying, he's risking it by going anyway. So it's like, okay, so he's making the decision prior to us thinking that the fucking organization is saying, you can go, big fella.
No, so the organization is saying, don't go. Remember, the organization they have a hand on both sides of the field.
Yes.
Right? So look, think about it like this. I have to pay you extra money for all NBA.
Yep.
Right? And you're hurt. And you want to play. And I'm like, nah, you ain't cleared yet. And games is ticking down. Oh, Rashad got 2 more games before he is ineligible.
Yeah,
I'm ready to play.
It's an organization.
I'm ready to play. No, you ain't ready to play.
I see what you're saying.
How long before you say, oh, hell no.
Fuck that, I'm ready to go.
Play. And you're going to go out there any damn way. And that's what ends up happening where you're probably not ready because there's a threshold now where there wasn't before. The player is going to over-exceed when you're trying to sit him down. So now, Halliburton, right?
Yeah.
And Joel Embiid is doing the opposite of what the coaches want. But we're pretending that the players is resting themselves when you know the organization put this out here. So now the organization has a play on both sides of the field, and that's not right.
But that's what you continue to try to let the fans know that when there's money on the line, like a $41 million for a Halliburton, we don't know how much is on the line for Joel, but when that money's on the line and they say, look, this threshold is going to be met one way or the other, but the only way we stop it is if we tell him, you're not going tonight. You good, we're going to shut you down. right? And if he actually out there like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this matchup tonight. I've been waiting for this. Nah. Not tonight. And this is something that the league is looking for because it's a viewership type of thing. We got money on the line. It's like, no, we got more money on this other side.
But I get to save that $41 million to your guys' point because I asked all of you if you were in Halliburton's position and you were a little hurt, but it was 41 on the line. You're gonna get your ass out there and play, right?
Yeah,
I'm
gonna hop around, but that's the thing. Like, you know how they said, what did they say, Joel Embiid, right? They said what? 4 to 6 weeks, right?
Could be 4 to 6 weeks, could be 4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months. It's 4 to 6 months. I don't want him coming back thinking he can play.
That's crazy.
4 to 6 months. I don't want you to win no awards.
Shut it down.
But at the end of the day, this is the problem with it. As selfish as the owners and the general managers, as selfish as they're thinking, they do not see what's coming. What's coming is you have 15 All-NBA players, right?
Yeah.
No matter how many games Joel Embiid played, if Joel Embiid played 50-51, how he played, averaging 35 and 12, he would still make an All-NBA team, right? He would still make one of these teams, period. Most likely first team, all right? Worst case scenario, second team. Now, if he's not in there, so usually Embiid, Jokic, right, are going to be first seed, second seed, and then whoever the third best now is going to be third team. Well, if Jokic and Embiid, because of the threshold, doesn't get on that team, 1 and 2 is done, third goes to first place. Someone who wasn't even thought of goes to second place. Someone who ain't even in the atmosphere of making it comes into third place.
That's crazy.
Which means now mediocre players, average players, will make the All-NBA team and they become
Whole different metric.
max.
Give me my bag. Give me my All-NBA bag, please.
That's what it is.
Resume.
That's what they see. That's not coming. That if you look at the top 15, the All-NBA players, there's going to be 5. Every year there's about 4 to 5 players who won't make the 65 game. So take those 5 out, move everybody up. Now you're taking 5 people who's not on this list, and you're going to put them in, which means now their value just went from whatever it was that we were okay with to maxed out.